Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Digital Acquisition Corp just filed an 8K about extending their merger deadline, and I'm seeing a lot of shareholders who might be getting impatient. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. Essentially, this company is trying to buy more time to find a business to merge with, and they are getting it, but at what cost to the initial investors? Digital Acquisition Corp is a company that is essentially looking to acquire another business. They are what is called a Special Purpose Acquisition Company, or SPAC. Think of them as a blank check company. They raise money from investors, go public, and then have a set amount of time to find a target company to merge with. If they don't find one, the money usually goes back to the investors. So the big news here is that on the 14th of April 2026, Digital Acquisition Corp held a meeting with their shareholders. The main purpose of this meeting was to vote on extending the deadline for them to complete their acquisition. They have been trying to find a business to merge with since their initial public offering back in October 2021. The original deadline to do this was in October 2023. Now, SPACs often give themselves extensions because finding the right deal can take a while. Digital Acquisition Corp is considered an emerging growth company, and they have now extended their deadline several times. The company's charter documents, their articles of association, allowed for extensions if shareholders approved them. They have already extended the deadline multiple times, moving it from late 2023 first to July 2024, then to December 2024, and then month by month up to April 2025. Most recently, in April 2025, shareholders approved another extension, moving the deadline to the 20th of April 2026. And now, at this April 2026 meeting, they've gotten another extension approved. This time, they're extending the deadline to find a business to merge with on a monthly basis up to 3 more times, which pushes the new deadline to the 20th of July 2026. Let's look at the vote. For the extension proposal, there were 5,410,356 votes in favour, only 3 against, and 0 abstentions. This shows pretty strong support from the shareholders who voted. They also approved ratifying their auditors Withumsmith the Brown PC for the year ending the 31st of December 2026. That proposal also passed with a huge majority, 5,413,031 votes for, 3 against, and no abstentions. Now here is where it gets interesting for the investors who are still in this company. Even though the shareholders approved the extension, some of them are cashing out. During this meeting, shareholders who own public shares decided to redeem them. What does that mean? They effectively took their money back. About 10 of these ordinary shares were redeemed for approximately $118 total, which means each share was redeemed at about $11.76. This is a significant reduction in the number of public shares still outstanding. It shows that investors are getting nervous about the company's ability to find a deal within the new timeframe and are choosing to get their initial investment back. Plus any potential gains up to that point. It is like they are saying, I'll take my money now rather than risk it staying in this SPAC for longer. The actual document that allows for this extension, this 4th amendment to their Articles of Association, is filed as an exhibit here. It is the legal paperwork that formalizes the extended timeline. And of course, the interactive data file is included. The report is signed by Nick Geiser, who is the Chief Financial Officer. This just confirms the authenticity of the filing. Looking at this, Digital Acquisition Corp is doing what many SPACs do, buying more time. The fact that shareholders are redeeming their shares, even with the extension approved, is a signal. It is a sign that confidence might be wavering. Think about a SPAC like this. It is a race against the clock. Every extension means more potential dilution for remaining shareholders, and a higher chance that the initial investment thesis might not play out as planned. The risk here is that if they don't find a good deal soon, more shareholders might redeem their shares, leaving fewer investors to benefit from any future acquisition. This can also make it harder for the company to secure good deal terms, as fewer investors might be willing to commit capital long term. What I am actually looking for is to see if they can announce a definitive merger agreement before this new July 2026 deadline. If they can't, it is likely the end of the road for this particular SPAC, and remaining investors might get back close to their initial investment amount, minus any fees or costs. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded, like, comment, subscribe, and join our Discord for more insights.